Welcome back to Out of Left Field. The fall, sweater weather, pumpkin spice, everything, the beautiful colors, and football. Football! Football! America loves football. Fantasy football has made that love grow, and for the past 44 years, it's helped keep one group of friends together. Their league is called the GFL, and I'm sure, like anything that's been around for almost 50 years, there's a great story behind how the league got its name.
Again, this is a very strange story. When we started the league, the guy who saw the article in the Sports Illustrated years ago, he came up with the national, just national with a G in front of it. Why? To this day, there's no meaning to it. It means nothing. And so instead of saying that, which was really dumb, we just made it the GFL instead of the NFL. And that's what it's called now, the GFL.
Okay, we can only go up from here. Let's try something else. How about a thrilling story from the GFL's past to get us started? It was the last game of their fantasy season, and Chris Marshall needed 2 touchdowns from Los Angeles Rams quarterback Jim Everett to beat his buddy John Kowalski and win the league. Everett already had 1 touchdown, and now the Rams were at the 1-yard line with time running out. Marshall and Kowalski expected Everett to hand the ball off, but he didn't. He threw to the end zone for a touchdown. Both friends were at parties watching the game.
So I'm going nuts. I'm going outside and I'm going. And John's telling me he's watching the game and he's all mad, right? And he's going, son of a, and he's all mad and everything. So there's this lady, stranger, they don't even know each other. And she goes, oh, that's okay. It's just a football game. And John goes, what the hell do you know about it? And he gets up and walks. And that's how one of them ended that way. That was one season. Our group, like I said, goes back to our first memory. I mean, we were in the idyllic town of Shickshinny, 1,500 people, small town, everybody knew everyone. And we grew up, we were born the same year. We all had small families. We didn't have the extended cousins and uncles and aunts and everybody's going. Our family basically was us. So we were like all brothers. So from the beginning of time, Little League, baseball, we were on the same team. Basketball, we started playing basketball together when we were 6, 7, 8 years old. I'm assuming, back in the day, in the 60s, 70s, 80s, we all went to Northwest High School. And Northwest High School was noted for their basketball.
Chris Marshall, Bob Kerwood, Bob Matthews, and John Kowalski form the core of a brotherhood that was born out of proximity but kept growing because of sports, mainly basketball. Marshall looks back fondly on packed houses watching Northwest High School basketball.
We went to Hershey and played in the state semifinal game there. Unfortunately, we lost to St. Clair. And by 4 points, St. Clair played the Western Division team, and they won by 40. So I basically tell everybody we played for the state championship. And unfortunately, it wasn't like the Hoosiers where we won the big game, we lost. So, we always had that sports connection. Everything in high school, everything in grade school, middle school, high school. Even one of the guys, Bob Matthews, and I went to college together to Gettysburg. He went on a basketball scholarship. Another guy, Bob Kerwood, who was in our league, he went to Lycoming on a basketball scholarship. They were both all-state basketball players. They were tremendous.
The core group graduated from high school in 1970. Their circle grew to include Rich Bauer, Paul Hartman, Don McGlynn, and Jim Hill. Hill was inducted into the Luzerne County Sports Hall of Fame in 2023 after coaching baseball for 25 years at Northwest Area High School. Anyway, back to the 1970s, specifically 1979, when Paul Hartman saw an article on rotisserie football in Sports Illustrated, and a new tradition was born. The GFL's first draft was held that year. Their drafts have grown from an afternoon to a 4-day weekend. Marshall says it's an excuse for them to get together. The actual draft takes up about 4 hours of the 4 days.
And now that the computer world is here, with the internet, when we first started in 79 up until, I don't know, whenever the internet started and all that stuff in the 90s sometimes, we just did everything by hand. We got all our information the next day, Monday, from the newspaper and the box scores of all the football things. And then we'd all go and look and say, okay, well, he threw a touchdown, boom, 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 and add it all up.
Don McGlynn stepped away from the league around 2015 and passed away in 2020. Bob Kerwood's son Mark is the newest member of the league. So much has changed in the world since 1979, but the GFL still gets together every August in NEPA.
It's important because as you age, and now we're all 70s, getting together is that much more important. Because, who knows, health-wise, whatever is going to happen between now and next August. So it just makes it that much more important if we have the opportunity to get together. We do it. Nobody says, well, I can't because I got to do this. I said, hey, you don't want to talk about the elephant in the room, but hey, there might not be a next time. And so that just makes it that much more important to make that commitment to be together again. Everybody you have your jobs, you have your commitments, you have your families, you have your spouses, you have whatever, which are extremely important, and that's your life. But you get a time out of that, a slice out of that life that takes you back. I said you appreciate the past, you enjoy the present, and you look forward to the future. And that's it.
Ah, the fall, the time for a new school year, meeting up with old and new friends, who can only hope to stay as close as the brothers of the GFL.